In a world that never seems to stop, where everything demands our attention and every moment feels like a race, we often forget something simple yet powerful: patience. We rush from one task to the next, chase deadlines, and constantly look for the next achievement. But what if the secret to success wasn't rushing ahead, but instead slowing down? What if the key to a fulfilled life wasn't about pushing harder, but learning to take a step back and trust the process, even when everything around you is chaotic? Let's dive into this idea and explore the incredible strength that lies in staying calm, taking your time, and trusting the natural rhythm of life. Throughout this story, we'll uncover how patience is not just a virtue, but a powerful tool that can help us achieve our goals in a more balanced and meaningful way. This journey will teach us that, in the end, it's patience that truly allows us to grow and thrive. In a bustling city, there lived a man named Sam. He worked as a high-powered executive, caught in the whirlwind of meetings, phone calls, emails, and endless deadlines. From the moment he woke up too late into the night, Sam's life was non-stop. His days were filled with frantic energy. Yet despite his success, something felt missing. No matter how many projects he completed, how many deals he signed, Sam still felt unfulfilled. He was constantly pushing, always looking for the next big thing. He was burning out, stressed, and disconnected from what truly mattered. One day, Sam's company sent him on a retreat, hoping to give him a chance to reset. He was skeptical. How could a weekend retreat help him? He didn't have time for peace and relaxation. But the retreat leader, an elderly man named Mr. Anderson, said something that stuck with Sam. Patience, young man, is not about waiting. It's about staying calm amidst the storm and letting life unfold naturally. When you stop rushing, that's when you truly start living. At first, Sam scoffed at the idea. How could patience solve his problems? He had deadlines to meet, targets to hit, and a team to manage. But something about Mr. Anderson's words lingered in his mind. The next morning, Sam took a walk through the countryside near the retreat center. The fresh air, the quiet of the open fields, it was the opposite of his usual hectic pace. As he walked, he noticed a small tree growing between two large rocks. It wasn't growing quickly, but steadily. Day by day, it kept pushing upward, reaching for the sky despite the harsh conditions. Sam paused for a moment, watching the tree. It wasn't in a rush, yet it was thriving. For the first time in a long while, Sam realized that life wasn't about racing ahead. Success wasn't measured by how quickly you climbed the ladder, but by how you endured the journey, taking each step with intention. This small tree wasn't looking for the fastest way to grow. It simply grew at its own pace, one day at a time. Sam's mind began to shift. He didn't need to force everything in his life to happen quickly. He didn't have to chase after every new opportunity or worry about every little setback. Perhaps, by embracing patience, he could finally find peace. At the retreat, Sam had a choice. He could rush through the exercises and move on to the next activity, or he could give himself the space to truly absorb the lesson. For the first time in a long time, Sam chose patience. He took his time with every activity, fully immersing himself in the moment. He didn't look ahead to the next task. He simply focused on what was in front of him, allowing his mind to slow down and appreciate the process. As the weekend came to a close, Sam realized that the power of patience wasn't just about slowing down. It was about being present. When he wasn't constantly rushing from one thing to the next, he was able to see the beauty in the small details, the subtle connections, and the quiet satisfaction of doing things well. Over the following weeks, Sam began to implement his newfound understanding of patience into his life. He didn't suddenly abandon his high-paced job, but he started approaching it differently. Instead of panicking over every missed email or delayed deadline, Sam learned to take a breath, step back, and prioritize what truly mattered. He began to trust that everything would unfold in its own time. The results were surprising. Not only did Sam find himself feeling less stressed, but his work began to improve. By focusing on the process, he discovered a new kind of satisfaction, a sense of pride not in rushing to the finish line, but in doing each step with care. He wasn't just achieving things for the sake of achievement, he was building something meaningful, one step at a time. One of the most important lessons Sam learned was that patience is not passive, it's an active choice, a decision to trust in the journey, even when you don't see immediate results. It's about staying calm in the midst of chaos and allowing things to unfold naturally, knowing that each small step brings you closer to your goal. As time passed, Sam found that patience didn't just improve his work life, it also transformed his relationships. He began to listen more carefully, give more time to the people around him, and be more present in the moments that mattered. Instead of always being in a rush to move on to the next task, Sam embraced the beauty of being fully engaged in the here and now. He realized that the more patient he became with his work and relationships, the more connected he felt to the world around him. He was no longer driven solely by the need to succeed or prove himself. Instead, Sam was motivated by a deeper sense of purpose, one that wasn't dependent on external achievements, but on the quiet satisfaction of knowing he was doing his best day after day. Sam's story teaches us a vital lesson about the power of patience. In a world that constantly demands more from us, it's easy to feel like we need to rush through life to keep up. But the truth is that real success doesn't come from rushing. It comes from staying grounded, from taking the time to nurture what's important, and from trusting the process. When we stop rushing, we start truly living. In our modern world, where we are encouraged to achieve faster, work harder, and get more done, it can feel almost counterintuitive to slow down. But it is in those moments of calm, when we allow ourselves to breathe, reflect, and work steadily, that we build something lasting. Patience doesn't mean inactivity. It's not about waiting for things to happen, but about giving yourself the space to grow, learn, and improve. It's about taking things one step at a time, trusting that every small effort adds up to something significant. So the next time you feel overwhelmed or impatient, remember Sam's story. Remember that life doesn't have to be a race. You don't have to rush to achieve your dreams or reach your goals. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is to stay calm, stay strong, and trust that everything will unfold as it should. Patience is not about doing less. It's about doing more mindfully. It's about showing up every day, no matter how small the step, knowing that each moment of patience brings you closer to where you need to be. And when the world feels too hectic, take a moment to pause, breathe, and remind yourself that you have all the time you need. In the end, patience is not just a quiet force. It's the strength that allows you to succeed, to endure, and to live with purpose. If this story resonated with you, please like this video, share it with someone who might need to hear this message, and don't forget to subscribe for more empowering stories. Together, let's embrace patience and trust the process, because we are all on a journey, and every step forward matters.